Hello again. Um, First off, bear with me a little bit today. I had one of my insomnia episodes last night, so I'm not quite all there in the mind. And just to warn you, I'm going to ramble off some weird thoughts today. But I figure this whole Mandela quantum effect thing is beyond weird to begin with, so I'm kind of safe to continue with the weirdness. On that note, today I want to touch on something a little bit different. Um, Yet, I don't know, it could be connected, if even in a small way. I bring this up because after watching so many videos on the effect, I have come to realize that there's a term for something I have experienced so much in my life. I didn't know it had a word, synchronicity. Did you ever have something happen to you, but right a split second before it happened, you saw it in your mind's eye? Like, for example, um, I get a cup of coffee and then head outside with it. As I'm reaching for the door with one hand, I suddenly visualize that I open the door awkwardly and spill my coffee. I tell myself not to be a klutz, and as I'm thinking that, the same exact scenario happens. Or my phone rings at the other end of the house. I just know that it's one of my kids, so I quickly head in that direction and see myself smack my pinky toe, which I've done so much in my life, on the door jamb in my haste, and I don't even get a chance to try and avert the action and when it happens. Or I hear someone talking about an old TV show or something at work, and then I get home, I go on my laptop, and I see a trailer for it, which is weird. I mean, it's not like a new movie, it'll be, something old, and it'll be, like it's recommended for me on YouTube. Or I'll read about it in an article or something. I know those are just random yet seemingly purposeful things to me. Um, some fun examples. I like to do crossword scratch-off cards sometimes, sort of a boredom buster where maybe I could win a couple bucks. So many times I'll be scratching off the letters, and then right before I scratch off a new letter, I will see what it is, a split second in my mind, and then, yep, it's that letter. Try to do this a few times on purpose, pick the ones I really need to actually win. It worked a couple times, but not usually. Um, Sometimes when I'm coming to a stoplight, which is red, and it's not one in my town that I'm subconsciously aware of, the time delay and all of that, I would just for fun count to three, and then poop, it turns green. Yeah, I get bored and I'm a dork, plus it's fun to see if it'll work. It's just one of those weird things that I do. But those are just some of the random examples, the ones that my sleepy head could come up with at this moment. So, this is what brings me to the whole Mandela quantum effect connection. Actually, I was at work recently and doing my mundane things and thinking like I always do. I was contemplating the whole stimulation idea, the matrix idea, and the many other theories as to what this whole effect really is about. Um, if, like some people have contemplated, this is only my reality, then can I do something and just totally believe it didn't happen, and other people, therefore, in my reality, wouldn't even notice it happened? It's kind of a mindfuck. Or the whole double slit experiment. Um, see, here's a good site called highexistence.com. They've got a video on there that explains all of that. Um, I know, I warned you. I'm always thinking, and sometimes my mind drifts to the weirdest places. But the double slit experiment just blows my mind. What it basically comes down to is that if you shoot electrons through a double slit, they behave in a way totally unexpected. But then when you try to observe its behavior, to find out why it's doing that, it then behaves like our common sense tells us it should. But then when you unobserve it, it goes back to behaving in the unexpected way. It's like it knows. or something. I mean, you do some more investigating on that. I I can't even wrap my mind around it right now. I didn't sleep. Um, it kind of makes me think of a little bit about the whole, if a tree falls in a forest and no one is there to see it, does it make noise? So anyways, back to what I was saying. I had a really off-the-wall thought. Not that I really would have done it, but I thought while I was at work, what if I were to just walk over and pick up something breakable and then just drop it on the floor with a crash? Would it really be happening? Would it really matter? Would no one notice if I thought they shouldn't? Like I said, it's just my random weird thoughts. I wouldn't have really did it. It would have been kind of fun, but I need my job, so. Or, would my boss come over and ask me, what the hell am I doing? Obviously, I didn't do it. So, about 15 minutes later, wasn't thinking about it anymore. I'm still doing my mundane things when I suddenly hear a crash from the end of the aisle. I walk down to investigate, and there's this lady with a child looking at shattered glass vase on the floor. The little kid says something to the, look, what happened? And then she sees me and says, you have a mess here, but my little one didn't do it. It just happened somehow. Probably the kid did it on accident, I'm sure. But then my boss comes around the corner and jokingly says to me, why did you break that? And laughs. It was kind of surreal because it was like, thought about it, wanted to do it just to see what would happen, and I didn't have to, somebody else did. I don't know. It was just weird. I have so many incidences of this happening to me over my life, yet of course I cannot think of any really good ones right now. As soon as I publish this, they'll all come flooding to me, and I'll be like, oh, I should have said that, and I should have said that. It would have made more sense than the stuff I rambled about. One other thing, but this would go along more with the whole sliders thing that I touched on in a previous video, which I didn't really describe what that meant. I probably should have. But there are sites out there. It's an electronic phenomenon thing. But anyways, where was I? One time about a year ago, and this has to do with work again. I was just having one of those days, one of those days. I went to work, and moments after I got into work, I thought to myself, like, screamed in my head, I fucking hate my job! I hate it. And I felt those words at every fiber of my being. When you feel like that and you're almost on the verge, you just like, I just walk out. And right after I thought that, the whole store went black. Even the backup lighting went out. Shortly after that, you could smell some burnt plastic, if you were in a certain area. So they called an electrician. And while we wandered around, tried to find things to do in the dark, tried to find flashlights, batteries, so on, they figured out the problem got fixed, and apparently it was something in the fuse box that blew, and there was scorch marks, and I don't know. It was kind of a coincidence. But so here's the question. I mean, are these total coincidences? Synchronicity? Did my thought create it? Or did I just see what was already there? I mean, time is irrelevant in my opinion, so hence why I say already there. And boy, I mean, really, boy, if I was really in control of the things in my life and my reality on some level, I sure as hell wish I could actually control them. I mean, how cool would that be? How much fun would that be? Think about it. Okay, so I'm sure that's enough weirdness for you today. Hope I didn't scare you away. Kind of even contemplated not even doing this video because I don't know. So anyways, I hope that you guys have a really good day, and we'll talk to you later.